At a recent car show in Jamaica, I saw one of the most amazing vehicles that you will ever see in this world. It's one of the most beautiful, most luxurious, and quite pricey SUVs in the world. It was a Maybach GLS 600 SUV, and the price tag on this car was 80 million Jamaican dollars. Now, for those of us who are living outside of Jamaica, the minimum wage in Jamaica is less than $1 million a year. So for one car to be sold for $80 million, that says something. So as an entrepreneur that's very interested in becoming the best, I had to meet the sales executive that's responsible for this car, Jason Ricketts, and he was very kind enough to answer a few questions and also give us 5 powerful lessons on selling to the ultra wealthy. These 5 powerful lessons are not only going to help you sell to the ultra wealthy, but they're also going to help you grow your business and create an amazing experience for your clients and customers. So let's get started. I'm Jabez from Zelhan, and at Zelhan, we build online versions of your business that attract, nurture, and sell to your ideal client and customers while you sleep. Pretty much a 24/7 sales generating machine for your business. Go to kiss.zelhan.com to learn more. But before further ado, let's actually learn these 5 powerful lessons for selling to the ultra wealthy, according to a Maybach sales executive. The first question I asked was, what's the biggest difference between selling luxury cars and regular vehicles? His answer was, the biggest difference is the experience. You're not just selling a car, you're selling an experience. Luxury buyers expect a seamless, personalized process from start to finish. With regular cars, it's more transactional. With luxury, it's emotional. This teaches us something about sales. Sales most times isn't about the money, it's about the experience, the product you're selling. And for luxury, it's definitely about the experience and not about the transaction. For example, if you're in the skincare industry, you're not selling lotion. What you're selling is a youthful look, hydrated skin, beauty, self-confidence. You are selling a better version of your customers. If you're in the consulting business, you're not selling your hours, you are selling expertise, experience, professionalism, solutions to a problem, reliability, and sure success. So in your business, you want to start asking yourself the question, what is the experience that I'm selling? Because if you sell an experience, you can charge more than if you're selling just a transaction. The second question that was asked is, you mentioned customer service is the #1 key. What does exceptional customer service look like to you in the luxury market? And he said that exceptional customer service in this space means anticipating needs before they're voiced. It's the small touches, remembering preferences, being available beyond 9 to 5, delivering vehicles, or even solving problems quietly. Clients should feel that they're your only client, even when they're not. One of the ways that you can implement this in your e-commerce business, for example, is you can send instructions after an order is made about how to get the best use out of your product or service. You can also send them reminders about their order if they abandon cart, or for example, which is quite powerful, if you have a client and you're selling a service, for example, you need to anticipate when a problem would occur or when a client would need to have some update from you and reach out to them before they reach out to you. One of the things that you also see happen like this is skincare companies tend to reach out to their subscribers and users with an email notification, for example, that reminds them that their product is about to run out and they can just reorder and get their refill in time before they run out of product. And for a lot of people who are especially busy, this is very helpful. So you need to consider, how can you be more proactive and helpful to your ideal client and customer to serve them better? The third question that was asked is, how do you build trust with wealthy clients who can afford anything? And the response is incredible. It says that it's all about credibility and success. You gain trust by knowing your product inside out, respecting their time, and never overselling. They can sense pressure from a mile away, so just be honest, professional, and let your expertise speak for itself. Wealthy buyers smell desperation. Unbeknownst to a lot of people, wealthy people weren't born wealthy. A lot of them made their own wealth, which means that at some point, they couldn't afford the thing that they're now buying. That means that you can't pressure them into making a purchase. And if you're desperate for that sale, They're always going to know. So right away in your e-commerce business, there are a few things that you're going to want to do, and in your service business as well. Provide very honest descriptions of what your product or service does, who it does it for, and who it's not for. Believe it or not, this helps you in the sales process, because those who aren't a good fit will know it's not for them, and those who are a good fit will have explicit information saying that yes, this is for you. Also have very good reviews, testimonials, user-generated content. You can have video descriptions, video posts, videos of your customers using your product or service. And that will help to allay a lot of fears and concerns. For your service business, you can do what we do at Zelle and share a lot of free content about your expertise, because this is going to help you to educate your ideal client or customer about the solution to the problems that they have, and it's going to position you as a voice of authority in helping them get that problem solved whenever they're ready for the solution. And you see this a lot when fitness coaches on social media teach you how to do a workout, how to prep your meal, how to warm up, and how to exercise before they sell you their course, which is always how it goes, isn't it? The next question that was asked is, how do you handle price objections or clients who want a deal on something expensive? And the answer is very profound and something we can use in all our businesses. It says that I focus on value, not just cost. Luxury buyers don't mind paying if they believe what they're getting is worth it. I highlight the craftsmanship, the brand equity, and what sets it apart. So you need to sell value, not discount. I always say in our videos, whenever someone makes a purchase, a client or a customer that is, the reason why they've done it is that they believe that the cost is less than or is equal to the value that they're going to receive, which means that to get a sale, you can either lower your cost or you can increase the perceived value, or both. And believe it or not, lowering the cost also sometimes lowers the perceived value. So always increase perceived value. Don't lead with discounts. Don't lead with a lower cost, because, well, we've explained here why that's a bad idea. For your products, you want to highlight unique ingredients that you might use, a very different process that makes it unique, the craftsmanship, the quality of the products that is used in making your product. In your service business, for example, you want to highlight your process, you want to highlight your track record, you want to highlight the successes that you've had. And you want to ensure that your customers and clients, they feel comfortable that your solution is the one for them. Otherwise, it's not very valuable now, is it? For example, at Zelle, we rebuild your business online and start generating leads for you in 30 days, or we give you back your money and you get all of our work for free. That is a lot more valuable than a website, isn't it? The fifth question was, what kind of follow-up do you do after someone buys a luxury car? His response was that a quick message after delivery, a check-in call a few weeks later. Remember birthdays or service dates. It's not about selling the next car right away. It's about staying top of mind until they're ready, then being the first person they call. And this is absolutely powerful and ties back into point 2, where we say that they buy an experience. It's actually point 1. They buy an experience, not a transaction. After the sale is completed, when they hand you the money and they get the product, every salesperson worth his salt, Brian Tracy, for example, Zig Ziglar, for example, they know that at this stage, the sale isn't finished. It's still ongoing. The sale doesn't end until they refer clients and customers to you, which means that you need to follow up. How did the product help you? How has the service helped you? Is there something we could have done better? Is there something that you don't understand or you need help with? What can we do to help you get the best out of this product or service? And this is going to go a far way, both in your service and your product business, in not only increasing sales and profits and revenues, but most importantly, it's going to increase satisfaction and utility of your customers. Because now it's not about sending you my money and getting whatever it is you're selling. Now it's about, how is it that you're helping me become a better version of myself? How are you helping me achieve a certain transformation, which is what most customers and clients are after whenever they make a purchase from you. Whether you're selling luxury cars or your own products, remember, people buy experiences, not just things. They trust credibility, not pressure. and they stay loyal to brands that remember them. So if you want to grow your business online with a website that generates leads, clients, and sales, and marketing that actually makes sense, you can pick up one of our business and marketing kits at kits.zelhan.com. They're pre-made website and marketing templates that are sales ready and conversion ready, or you can hire our team to do all the custom work for you from start. So now that you know how to sell to the ultra wealthy, how do you charge a higher price for your products or service without losing clients or customers? Video right here.